What's going on, everyone? My name's Boy, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action, spawning in the right side of the map in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Bubez. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Thor. His name is Brickhead. The map is Mediterranean. And this is just some Voobly 1v1 rated games at the highest possible level. Brickhead and Bubez. We love watching these guys play because they always put on a really close match. Very, very strong players. It's Midgard though. Not Midgard, it's Mediterranean though, which is, it's a funny map. Because the fight really comes down to the water for the early stages of the game. So you have to be able to keep up with your opponent's micro and your opponent's boat production. And what's difficult about this fight for both players, or both gods in particular, so we'll talk about what's difficult for Thor first. What's difficult for Thor is that trireme versus longboats, the range of the trireme, they have two more range than your trireme. So what happens is you have your boats like this, and his start attacking first and yours come closer. So when yours are attacking him, they're at max range. And when his are attacking yours, they've still got a little bit more range to go. So if you pull your ship back, they don't start following straight away, right? But if you pull if his pull his back, you'll start chasing straight away. So the best way for Norse to win is to abuse the fact that they get an extra damage per second in their longboats. So you want to not pull your boats back at all and just commit hard to fights and try and focus fire as best as you can and pick off all of the low HP ships in the best way possible. And this doesn't work against Zeus and against Hades because they have access to Athena. If you play that way against an Athena player, then they just let you focus fire, they pull back their ships, all their boats get to like half HP, they cast Restoration, and then they have a completely new army, whereas you've lost your 1,000 HP and they've regained their 1,000 HP or whatever. But against Poseidon only has access to like Ares to really disrupt your boat's production. So you can overcome that by building a third dock and trying to produce back later and something like that. And beyond that, Norse economy, if you look after your ox carts on wood, is going to be better than the Greek economy on wood, simply because you're not going to be able to afford to keep building these storehouses closer and closer to the trees. So that's a thing, which is why, generally speaking, Norse can sometimes outspam a Greek player on this map if they play their ox cart placement correctly. Otherwise, they're exactly the same gather situation as Greek, but shorter population or 3. But we'll see what these guys go for. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Hermes here from Bubez, to be honest. That does mean if he goes Hermes, then he has access to block their flaming weapons or their frost. We are seeing an Ares coming through for Bubez. Also not surprised to see that either. Hopefully Brickhead reads this and doesn't put the dock right next to his other dock, but we'll see. Freya is incoming at, what's that, 50% to 40%, so that's about 6 seconds faster. We did math. I think that one was correct. Insanity. So let's see where the dock comes up. If he sees Ares, you should immediately put down a third dock and hide it up this corner. So what I like to do as Norse is hide my Skraeling up the side of the map or over here against Hades or Poseidon, just in case he goes for Ares. We do see 3 docks here for Bubez. I haven't seen this in a while. It's the late issue advance time, but you can't afford to spam from 3 docks. Right? He has 300 wood. Sorry, 300 wood. So you can build 3 boats straight away, but that's going to be about it. And there is the Pestilence. You see the longboats coming out. Yeah, you don't want to do this. Cancel that longboat, build a third dock. And then you just put the boats into the docks. And not only what that also does is then you have 3 docks that you can defend with. And a dock does, what is it, 8 damage per second versus the 6 damage per second of a trireme. They also shoot 3 projectiles, is it? I think it's 3 projectiles. So you can defend in this little, you can defend your fish fairly easily here. You know, seeing him try and get as much food as he possibly can. And he's going to see 3 longboats here as well, or 3 triremes. So that means he knows that there's 3 docks here. We'll see what his reaction is to that though, as the Valkyrie is running around his base. Forest Fire comes in. That's going to really slow Boobaz down. You can see his wood income right now completely grinds to a halt, but he does have the nice secondary wood line, and I like that he's decided to go to this wood line here instead of piling onto this one, because that's going to allow him to get the most wood, or most efficient wood situation. If we went here, probably would lose that 50 wood in efficiency in like half a minute or something. Oh, he didn't garrison the fishing ship? Hey, there we go. He's going to lose 1. That's really bad. Now we're 6 fishing ship to 6 triremes. So now it's time for Brickhead to pop out. So that Pestilence basically, well, if he gets out an extra 2, then he's going to be 1 ahead of Boobaz, which means he can just fight really aggressively, which is what he wants. How's his wood situation looking? Yeah, I can see he has that extra 100 wood there, which he could have thrown into that extra dock. And then these 9 longboats could have already been out 2 rotations ago. Just a little small thing, which is probably not going to matter that much, but he would have more food if he spent the wood there. But moving forward, we'll be fighting this. We've got 9 trireme to the longboat. We are seeing Brickhead trying to bring these boats back, but hopefully he doesn't over micro this, which I find some Norse players do. But we'll see. He's doing okay. So we see the pullback there, really nice. But he's got 4 boats here that aren't attacking. So what you want to be doing against really good players is when you pull your boat back, you shift click them back into the fight. Because if they chase you, then your boat just turns around and hits the boat that's chasing you, and then you can just run it again. If they don't chase you, then it comes back and it's ready to fight straight away. So shift click micro is really good. We do see the Cyclops coming in as well. Ursa is on top of this Cyclops, going to be able to pick this one off easily and then be able to transfer over onto that Theseus. And they should actually win here. Theseus is targeting the wrong Ursa as well. That's really big. And now Brickhead is going to be winning this fight really, really well if he can micro it half decently, which he really is. You can see we're out 12 ships to 9, so really nice for him there. Ursa going to get picked off. Militia gets picked off. 1 Theseus left with 13 HP. Just going to run back into the town center. Definitely garrison there. Yep. And then you can get the houses going up. And that Theseus can just get picked off by the gatherers here. I feel like if he wants to. It's definitely not something I'd be able to micro myself, be able to micro this this water fight and the Theseus at the same time. We do see that he gets the surround. 5 HP left. That's fine for this. Let him run away at 5 HP. It's no problem. That means he's not going to be able to re-heal that either, because there's no physicians in this game. So Brickhead moving in, going to be doing some nice micro pulling these boats in, but again, he has the attack damage advantage here. And one other thing that I haven't noticed either is that Norse's ships, they travel 0.5 speed slower, which is brings even more reason why the Norse ships should not ever run. Never run, never retreat. Always go forward. See a lot of low HP trireme here as well, which you could separate and pick off really quickly. Nice pickoffs on the fishing ship as well. Really well played. But Boobaz is 2 town centers now, so that's really, really good for him. He's going to be getting very far ahead in terms of the economy. We've also got an Hippolyta here, which, and you can't do anything against this Hippolyta. You need like 5 raiding cavalry to pick him off, or pick her off, I should say. Oh, nice little fight here for Brickhead. Boobaz moving out when he really shouldn't be. If you ever go 2 town centers here, your aim is to hold onto this water for as long as you can until you see your opponent going 2 town centers. If you see your opponent go 2 town centers, then you can rush him, you can go. But if you're not, then you just sit under your docks, hold on to it for as long as you possibly can, hold on to the water that is for as long as you can, because you're getting ahead on the economy. But right now, Brickhead is going for this ships here, and it's looking like Boobaz is, oh, it's really close actually. It's 10 to 9 or 11 to 11 right now. So Boobaz in a really good position because he's 2 dart centers. And the villagers have to move yet again, just not what you want to see. The Hippolyta harass is too strong. Got some archery ranges and stables coming up on the side of the map. Boobaz is ready to basically give up on this. I think he's basically ready to just give up on this water right now. You can see he's probably starting to gather food from somewhere. I tell a lie, he's not. He's still just relying on fish eco. So the food's going to be really low. Brickheads is also super low because he's only got 5 fishing ships. I think it's really important to throw down a third dock at some point. And here's the third dock at like 10 minutes. Brickhead's really short on the wood though. I think he's maybe overdone it on the gold mine. Maybe not. He's only got 140 gold, so that's fine. And the Hippolyta is in here again. Villagers are just going to have to chase this around, to be honest. It may be even worth it just to like stop the harassment. That's too many villagers though. Well, she got 264 damage, basically 10 damage per second. So you should be able to kill off a villager in 6 seconds. So you need like 5 villagers to chase her to actually kill her, maybe. Absolutely brutal. Now the dwarves moving in, the bolts is running away. Longboats are falling right now to Boobaz's navy. Be able to pick off most of these guys, and that's going to spell basically the end of the water for Brickhead, as he's trying to produce some fishing ships even right now, but looking like 9 ships to 14 is a bit of an insurmountable task. And not only that, now Boobaz is moving in with a couple of Hippocon, and the Hippolyta is going to be enough to push off this gold mine here. Walls over on this side of the map as well. I love this from Boobaz, completely controlling both sides of the map. And Brickhead does decide to tap out. GG! Well played by Boobaz. Yes, yes, yes. Messed up my build order so much. Oh my god. I was going to say, I felt like Brickhead shouldn't have been as far behind as he was. You can see this resource total is quite ridiculous. This is because Boobaz got more fishing ships out. If you look at the civilian unit count, when they both hit the classical age, they both hit it at the same time, right? But he's 26 to 22, which means he has 4 more fishing ships, which is huge.